Hello Mustangs, I'm Jack Favazza with MHS News. As we head into the month of April, many attractions are popping up around the St. Louis area. In today's highlights video, we're going to showcase some restaurants and museum exhibits that have recently taken the St. Louis area by storm. Let's begin with the Higgins Armory Collection, a display at the St. Louis Art Museum. As the second largest collection of arms and armor in the U.S., the Age of Armor exposition promises an informative and grandiose experience for any patrons in the St. Louis area.
The Higgins Armory Collection has finally found its way to the St. Louis Art Museum in the Age of Armor exhibition, which lasts until the 14th of May with a $10 fee for students. I talked to some patrons to hear their thoughts on the exhibit and to see what makes it worth checking out.
I actually came to St. Louis to do graduate work in medieval history, so I've always had a passion for that sort of thing. Like any little kid, I liked armor and weapons, and I wanted to see stuff up close. I think it was really cool how they would talk about armor as like culturally embedded. That just like clothing, people put on armor to have certain appearances, either terror in battle or have it kind of split off between like ceremonial armor and practical armor as the role of it in warfare changed. I don't know, it was a very good like exhibit for walking you through history, I feel.
One St. Louis restaurant that many of us are familiar with is the Corner Pub and Grill. Unfortunately, their Ellisville location flooded over the Christmas holiday weekend. Now, with hard work and dedication, the Pub and Grill is back up and running just down Clarkson Road.
The Ellisville location of the Corner Pub and Grill recently had a flooding incident. I sat down with multiple employees to talk about their experiences with the flood and returning back to normal.
So we're closed on Christmas Eve day and Christmas Day. We're out of the store on Saturday and Sunday, so Monday morning when my opening cook came in to open everything, make sure everything was good, I received a phone call. He said, "We have a problem," and then he sent me a video. It had happened sometime Saturday afternoon. So the water was just pouring out for a day and a half. Every time we walked in, they were tearing something else out. They did 2 feet pretty much around every single wall. Now we have a little bit more rooms. We were able to add 3 more tables up near where the old host stand was. With all the positive feedback, it seems like it fuels into the guest experience.
Every month, new esports players come to the St. Louis Science Center to play in tournaments. Along with gaming, people also do commentary on tournament matches.
In the first 3 tournaments that we hosted, there were 85 different individuals within the first 3 events of the new year, which means that there's at minimum right now over 150 active people in the St. Louis scene as a whole, and a lot of them have been coming from the Science Center. I mean, I can name a whole list of people, of like individuals that I've met through the Science Center hosting events here, and they loved what we did here and they love to get back into the scene, because when they come to the events here, we host smaller events, we host bigger events, we host all different types of sizes of events, and it's always a good first time event for everybody. I always want to make sure that I can get people to come in and they can see what we have to bring to the table.
While many play at tournaments, people like Luke Dahlgren, sophomore, do commentary over tournament matches.
I think casting is really fun because you get to be yourself, be able to communicate and talk about the game. It's always really nice to explain what the other player is feeling.
Black Forest Coffee Shop, located at 2900 Sydney Street, explores fantasy aspects unlike any coffee shop around town. It's worth the drive for anyone wanting to explore new coffee shops with unique decor.
We thought, wow, wouldn't it be neat to have like a coffee shop in the city, because your hours are great. You can work in the mornings, you meet people coming in on a regular basis like we loved. My husband, he has this very fantasy, science fiction type mindset. And one of the things that he really liked was like the fiction and fantasy aspect of the fairy tales. So when we were thinking of a theme for the coffee shop, we kind of got into the Grimm's fairy tales, knowing that that was based in the Black Forest, and then that's how we came up to our name. We are also the only coffee shop in the St. Louis area that sells a renewed chaga, a drink that uses the chaga mushroom as its base, and it's sweetened with monk fruit, and it has cacao and Madagascar vanilla, so it's very organic and has all the benefits of chaga mushroom in it, and it tastes amazing.
Thank you for watching today's MHS News St. Louis Attractions Highlights video. Only 2 months of school left to go, Mustangs. Keep up the great work. For MHS News, I'm Jack Favazza.